Hello, my name is Melissa Meeks, and I just got in from work a few minutes ago, and it is pouring down rain again. I know, every cooking or baking episode so far, it has been raining, but that makes me want to bake. So we're going to put our little recipe box here open and see what I have in here. And the next recipe I'm going to be doing is our banana nut loaf, and that is one of my husband's favorites. And you know, we have been talking about what we're going to be doing with our new year, and we have finally arrived, January the 2nd here. And a lot of people have been asking me, you know, about my Artware Bakeware and what we're doing. And I just kind of want to give you an example. When I make my banana loaf, you know, these old drab, ugly silver pans, you can see the old cake rounds. Well, I came up with an innovative idea, and this was about 3 years ago, and we did our Artware Bakeware, and we've already manufactured it, and I sold out all of it, and we're getting ready to do some new designs for the new year. So I'm actually going to be doing my banana loaf in this pan here in just a few minutes. I'm going to put all the ingredients together. You know, we're trying to be healthier, but I know if you're like me, we had a lot of desserts over the holiday. So we have a lot of bananas that look like this because we just didn't go for a banana when you had your mama's, you know, coconut cake. So anyway, when we come back, I'm going to put all the ingredients together to show you how I make my banana nut loaf. I wanted to share with you just a sneak peek of what we're looking at doing for the new year. Again, what made the concept is I've been baking and cooking, and you know, we all have these in our cabinet. Well, imagine if you can come up with a beautiful art design. This one is our orange slices, and it's vintage orange slices. This is one of the designs we're looking at for the new year. And we also have our lemons, and all these are going to be in our kitchen linens, aprons, tea towels. So stay tuned and see exactly what we're going to be doing. Okay, we are going to get all of our ingredients together here for that banana nut loaf. I'm going to go ahead and be putting some of these recipe cards. I know I've been saying it, but we're getting our website up with the blog for Southern Dash of This and That. And we're going to be putting all the details of our recipes so far out there. And these will be a part of our cookbook that's going to be coming out again, the Family Traditions too. We have a lot of new recipes, and we're looking forward to getting that launched as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start with our recipe. Hello, we are working on that good recipe for our banana nut bread. We're going to start out the recipe with the recipe cards. I was going to say that we will be posting these on our Southern Dash of This and That. We're going to be putting that on our MellMe's website. You'll be able to follow the blog along with some pictures and behind the scene things that goes on between Jeff and I and our Doodle Dawson. Every now and the blue moon you'll see him in the pictures, but I really don't want my dog in my kitchen when I'm cooking. So with that, I was just going to get started this rainy afternoon and evening. Most people say, oh my gosh, you're going to go in and bake this evening after you've been to work all day, and that's nothing. I mean, I really enjoy baking and cooking, and this is one of Jeff's favorite recipes. So we're going to get started here, and I've already measured out 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. I also added a 3/4 cup measured already. I'm going to put that in there of our sugar. Then we've got, as you know, I've got my little bowls here with my information. So I've got my 1/2 teaspoon of salt that I'm going to be putting in. I've also got my baking soda, that is 3/4 teaspoon. And then there's a secret ingredient to this that a lot of people just doesn't know about and use, and that is going to be 1 teaspoon and 1/4. 1 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. So what you want to do is take this and mix it all together. And then we're going to stir this up really, really well so that we can incorporate all of those dry ingredients. And then we're going to set this aside in just a minute. And then we're going to actually make a weld in the center of this dry ingredients. And then we're going to get ready to incorporate all of our wet ingredients. We're going to have 2 eggs, slightly beaten. And we'll set that aside. Then we've got our oil. It's 1/2 cup of vegetable oil that we're going to put in with the eggs. And then I always never get tired of doing this part of it. It's my favorite part because I remember years ago when I used to go over to my Aunt Margaret's house, she used to love to mash bananas and make us peanut butter sandwiches with mashed bananas. And so every time I mash bananas, I think about my Aunt Margaret. So put those over to the side. And this is one of my favorite little platters that I have here, a little bitty plate. And I always take it in with a fork, just mash it up really good. You want to use bananas that are spotted and that, you know, kind of, the more they're brown, the better they are. They have a sweeter taste to them. So I try to let mine, you know, get pretty brown. And then I mash all this up really, really good, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put these wet ingredients right in that whale that we created, right in the center. And then I'm going to take the mashed bananas and I'm going to put them down in there, just like that. And then I'm going to mix all that really, really good. And I'm going to do that with my spoon, actually. So you can incorporate all of those, just pull your flour mixture into that whale. This is one of my favorite recipes. We have cooked this and baked with it over the years. I taught my daughters how to make this recipe. And of course my daughter Brittany, she has her own secret recipe that she's done, which makes it really, really well. But I remember years ago when my daughter Caitlin, she entered a baking contest. So this was the recipe that I taught her, and she actually learned to make it on her own, and it was for 4-H. Well, she called me up when they took it in for the 4-H, and she won the first competition. And then they took it to the other big level, and I was there that day, and she got a blue ribbon for her baking with that. Everybody thought it was great. So again, that secret ingredient is the cream of tartar. You can see a lot of different recipes and they don't call for that. Okay, I've got this all incorporated really well. And the last ingredient is going to be about 1/2 cup of chopped fine pecans. You can use walnuts, you know, raisins. You can use something else, but that is my favorite one, is the pecans. So I'm going to fold these pecans in. Just like that. And one of the things I'm really excited about today is, like I said, I'm going to be showing you how well and well versed that our bakeware holds up. So as soon as we come back, I'm going to go ahead, I've got it greased, I'm going to flour it lightly, and then I'm going to put it in that 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. I am lightly flouring and putting a little bit of that shortening down in there to make sure that I cover it real well. And now I'm going to take my favorite spatula, my keepsake spatula, and I'm going to put the banana nut loaf mixture into the pan, scraping the sides really well. You can see how all that baking soda and everything is activating really well in there. It's getting fluffy already. And I'm going to make sure that I've got it all scraped there. And we're going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this. There is a little bit more secret to this a lot of people don't do, is once you take this out of the oven, you will let it rest in the pan for 10 minutes and then you'll turn it out onto a rack. So when we get to the stage where we're going to turn it out on a rack, I'm going to show you how wonderful our Artware Bakeware of MellMee's releases and bakes. I have baked in this particular pan at least 50 times, so you'll be amazed. We're going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees, and when we come back, we will show you how it's going to look when it comes out of the pan. Hey there, we have gotten our banana nut bread out of the oven, and As you can see, it's in my Artware Bakeware pan. These were the tropical orange pattern ones that we sold at Lucy Buffett's Lulu's in Destin and Gulf Shores. So we are really excited about our Artware Bakeware, and I'm going to show you here. We let it rest in the pan for 10 minutes, and there we go. It turned out just perfect. And just so I can show you, nothing is stuck in there. This is our non-stick surface, and we will be having them with also ceramic coated, so stay tuned. We look forward to that. I'm going to go ahead and flip this banana bread over so that we can be letting it sit here and rest and cool down all the way on the rack, and then we'll slice it up in a little while and show you how wonderful it is. We are in the process of getting that wonderful, wonderful banana bread that we done a little while ago. It's already been cooling off, and I'm going to put the end piece, because that's Jeff's favorite, on a platter. But I just wanted to slice into this a little bit and kind of show you how wonderful and moist it is. And we are really excited here again at the MellMe's and the Southern Dash of This and That to see our MellMe's grow in this new year with our Artware Bakeware and all of our products. So right now I've got to get back to finishing up, clean up. I've got to dry my dishes, so we'll see you at the next episode.